Hey, what's up? Let's talk about Escape issue number 1. Warning, there will be spoilers. So, our story starts out with this character named Milton Shaw, who is actually a fighter pilot, and he is on a mission currently to go destroy the enemy's big giant weapons that have been destroying their fleets left and right. And if they do this, they will actually end up turning the tides of the war, but yet something goes awry. So, as Milton and his team are approaching the drop zone, they actually end up getting attacked, and they discover that the enemy is actually hiding the weapons within the city and amongst civilians. And they end up making a split-second decision to basically end up dropping all the bombs. So Milton actually ends up just missing his target that he's sent to go destroy, and ends up destroying the city that the weapon is in. And they end up getting hit by a bunch of fire, the aircraft that he's piloting. One by one, his teammates end up dying horrific deaths, except for one and Milton. And Milton is just throwing out his friend to the wind with a parachute and jumps himself into enemy territory. Milton ends up actually successfully making it to the ground in the enemy territory, and that's a new mission. Try to escape the city he just helped blow up, because his allied forces are actually going to drop one big bomb to destroy everything. All right, so let's take a look at the internal artwork for this book. There's your creative team right up there. I just gotta say, this artwork for this first issue is really, really good. I love all the colors that they use, the grays, the oranges, like it just knocks it out of the park, that's for sure. In this gritty war tale, which I feel like it hits a little bit harder, seeing as how they are all like animals or anthropomorphic animals. Like it hits harder with the violence, and they do not shy away from the violence in this particular book. That is for sure. They do sure show the horrors of war when depicting all this, especially for most of this being an action scene in this issue. They do a very good job of conveying like what exactly is going on with the artwork. Like this is like top notch. It almost felt like I was reading like a storyboard for a movie almost. Like it was that well drawn and laid out. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful artwork. You cannot go wrong with this artist, which I don't know if I've read or seen anything with this artist in it, but man, like I'm like, damn, I think I found like one of my new favorite artists, because they did such a good job on this first issue. So, all in all, what exactly did I think of this first issue? Well, it was surprisingly a lot of fun. I'm a big fan of like war movies, like Saving Private Ryan, Band of Brothers, Black Hawk Down, stuff like that. The Pacific, so this was really up my alley when reading it. And I was curious because some other people in the comic community ended up picking up this first issue, and I was like, I'm going to give it a try and see how it is. And I wasn't disappointed with this. It definitely drops you into this world, a lot like Planet Death, but does a way better job at telling the story. Which you get little snippets of like what's exactly going on, why are they fighting, what's the reasoning, for the mission, stuff like that, different little character traits and stuff about the characters. You start to piece things together. This is a very well paced first issue, a lot of action in this first issue as well, specifically seeing as how it's all takes place in like a bomber plane, which was a fun like scene to see like how all the different characters work together to try to complete this mission, and only one of them actually ended up surviving. I'm really interested to see how far this series is going to go and take, the grittiness and the aspects of war, and how our character of Milton is actually going to come out of this maybe not unscathed, because he is dropped into enemy territory, in a city he just blew up, and like how is that going to affect him? Like I am really interested to see what he's going to do moving forward to try to get out of this terrible situation that he basically put himself into. But yeah, I don't really have much bad things to say about this. This was a very solid first read. I definitely recommend it. You won't be disappointed if you're into like more like war books. It was a lot of fun. But I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. I'm gonna talk to you, Mike. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out. Stay safe. Go read some comics.